It's doing it. Okay.
It's recording right now.
You guys come over here for a second while they're dressing.
You at number 7?
Over these
Number 6.5.
I'll be back.
Because we need to wrap these and get these put up today. He's got one major set. Oh, I did make some major set count sheets, so I'll get to those to you today. But we got 1, 2, 3, and he's got the 4th major set. That one he has does not need to be wrapped. These do, because of the holes in them. Okay, so we'll just use the big wraps that we've been using, and whatever color they are on the tape until I get some count sheets. These are O'Connor's. They need to be wrapped just like that. Here's our valve 4. It'll also need to be wrapped and labeled. These are our two DNC sets. They need to be wrapped. This one shouldn't need to be wrapped, but we don't have an inside tray, so we're going to wrap this one. So we're going to wrap both of those. These are endoscopic instruments, and this needs to be wrapped. We'll put a towel on the outside of this and wrap it. And this is our scope and stuff, and we'll just wrap that in here. So before we leave today, we need to wrap and label all of these things, and I think we've got a room somewhere for major sets. All right?
Yep.
You want them in the basic? Yeah.
Hey Tika, can you send these videos? Like you can send this to me? Spin. I'm sorry. Get up, boy.
Anesthesia.
Yeah. I gotta be seated.
You have to go get blood.
Anytime that somebody misses 3 days in a row, you can say, hey, I'm sure you let me know. So I can tell you. So I need to send out a letter. Because it sounds like. Watch out there.
Uh-oh.
We gotta spin this around backwards.
What?
Are we gonna spin this around backwards since it's over the Donald sheet? So it can fit.
Did you find these, or did you?
I got them from NA. I borrowed them yesterday, 2 days ago from NA. They're the double. I just wondered if you had these with you.
Let me go look while they're finishing that.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can touch it.
Kick it.
Grab that other piece. Yeah.
Put some glue.
Keep it over there.
Put it over there so I can throw stuff in it.
No, we're looking for throwing stuff.
Yeah. Keep it over here.
Get you some glue.
Where'd you find them? Were they just obviously?
They were right there.
Take this back.
Okay. Alright, I'll put that. Now notice, this is what I did with Tom's setup after he got done with it. I put the pickups on here. I didn't tell you to do that on the litter pans because if it's too wide, they'll spring them and they won't work anymore, but this is where you can put your pickups now. These pans will work for that. And you should put them in the same order every time. That way if somebody asks for one, you don't have to look to see which one it is, you can just grab it.
Okay. Time up, somebody. Time up.
Are you want me to tie you all the way?
Yeah.
No. Time out.
Okay.
This is Mr. Jones.
Okay.
Inguinal hernia repair.
Okay.
No known medication or no known allergies.
Okay.
Concur?
Okay, now let's look at his mail stand just for a second. This is not a bad setup. You only need one of these.
I thought you said two.
Well, you need two loaded up.
Oh,
But you
I
do,
see. Okay.
But you only need one. And I don't want you to peel it all the way off, but that's where I would usually put it. I would put it on the roll towel, and then I'll lay them on top.
Gotcha.
Okay? See how he has these laid? That's correct. You don't want this. Because if you do this, see what happens? You're not going to do that with this. Okay? Even better is put them over your roll towel.
Okay. And it's okay to leave them in the packs until you're ready to use them?
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay, let me get this out of the way then.
All right, put this hand down. And you don't have to leave this hand down. Right now, I just always remind you that way you're not using two hands to pass. Okay, I'll take the skin knife. Okay, make sure that you're, there you go. Up. So what's going to happen when I cut the skin?
Bleed.
Section. Okay. With a deep knife. Now see what's happening here?
We don't actually have a deep knife.
Oh, why not? No, that's the deep knife. You have two knives.
Are they any different though?
Yeah. So whenever the skin knife, step back a second. The skin knife, when we hand the skin knife back, you're going to take it and you're going to lay it in your your needle board like that. That way it's out of the way, and the deep knife you will continue to use and keep it up here. Okay?
But there's no difference between the two?
There's no difference between the two.
Okay.
It's stuff what they're used on. Oh, this is what I want to show you. There's different ways. Oops, you okay? Okay. Whenever I just contaminate this, but whenever something like towel clip, anything grabs your glove, stretch it and make sure there's not a hole in your glove. Okay? Keep this from happening, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can put it back through this way, and that will keep that from happening. Or you can run it, and you do the same thing with that. But you don't want it sliding back and forth like that. All right, deep knife. Okay, give me some Parkers. Do you have Richardson in here?
Yes.
Which I'll step back. and
No,
let him-
Richardson.
Yeah.
No?
No.
And pull those galls out.
Close.
All right, hold that. All right, give me Alice clamp. Okay, Make sure you're using one hand. Lay this hand down. What I'm doing is I'm just grabbing the sack with this. Okay, now I'm going to put my hemostats on. Just use the other hand to pass with. Hemostat, 2 right-handed. Another one.
Oh, okay, that's what you was just going over.
Another one. All right, got a hold of the sack. What I want to do now,
Next.
take this off and open it. Extend the incision a little bit. Of course, there normally be something in here. Give me a Kittner. Yeah, we're going to take the Kittner and we're going to dissect all the tissue off of the sack so we can tell what's what. And then we're going to actually push the contents back in where it should be. Now this step I don't normally, the purse string I don't normally do just because it takes so long. I'll put the purse string in. The purse string we would put in, give me the mitts. Now on the inguinal hernia, and this is the reason you have Penrose drain on these, is for inguinal hernia we would pass the Penrose around the spermatic cord and hold all those structures back and retract them with that, and it keeps it. Actually, give me the Penrose. I'll just do what we do. And you would always put the Penrose in water before you pass it, and you would put it